我们现在在深圳。We actually arrived at 3 a.m. ish at the hotel. As our flight reached Shenzhen at 1:15, and then after that, after we cleared all the immigration and also travelled to this hotel, which is at Futianchui. It was already 3 a.m. ish. I recorded a room tour on my phone, so maybe I'll just insert that footage here. I wanted to use my camera this morning when it's brighter, but I realized the room is in a mess now. But I can still show you how it looks like. As you can tell, even though it's just one person, I took up all 4 pillows. This is the view. I don't really know what view this is. And they have this TV. 小康开电视 Whoa. And then, okay, and then my parents are staying 2 rooms down, so I need to go and find them. It's beginning to look a lot like this. It's like the Starbucks. Wanxiang Tiandi, and this is elephant. And then we're going to go to the 巨人展. It's mildly creepy. 大象屁股. Oh, and then over there, there's a Manhattan view. I don't remember how Manhattan looks like. Oh, actually no, they said, I think Manhattan view is there. You take it from there, across the pillars. It's raining right now. In my hoodie. I think you see with your eyes, right? It's not that obvious, but it's super obvious. Made up the room today, so now I can have proper footages. Anyway, it was drizzling today, and Xiao Kang. Then, oh my god, it just reacted. Just now I said Xiao Kang, and then it didn't respond. But yesterday, I asked Xiao Kang for the weather, and then they didn't tell me there was gonna rain. They just said the temperature will be 19 to 25 degrees, and I thought, okay, that's fine. But then it started drizzling, and I thought, okay, maybe it's just for a short while at the start of the day. But no, rain only got heavier throughout the entire day. And in fact, in our first Didi ride, on our way to the first place we went to was南头古城. Okay. Anyway, then the driver told us that actually raining is not very common in Shenzhen, or even if it rains, it's always this kind of slight drizzle. It wouldn't last for a long time. But no, it only got heavier throughout the entire day, so maybe we're just too lucky. And the luckiest or the funniest or I don't know, the most memorable part of today is that from our final tourist attraction, which is the华侨创意园, we wanted to get to 汶和记at Futianchui, so we finally booked a ride. And at that point in time, my phone was really low battery, so I thought, okay, it's fine, since it's, I just need to get back to Futianchui and all is fine, right? And since I already got an Uber, what am I saying? Since I already got a Didi, I just need to get on a Didi and then all is fine. But guess what? Maybe like 1/3 through the ride, right? Suddenly, the driver told us the car cannot move anymore. And at that point in time, right, it was no longer a slight drizzle, okay? It was like heavy rain in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and then she just told us to get down because, the car can't move, right? So we have to get off, right? Then we're just standing by the roadside. Eventually, we had to go and book another Didi ride. But my phone was low on battery, so I'm like, oh my goodness. I tried to book a new Didi, and this time around I don't care already because we're in the middle of the road, and actually a lot of people tell me that Didi will just pick up whichever location you are at, but every time I do that, right, Didi will automatically, if let's say it's not a proper drop-off point or drop-off pick-up point, Didi will somehow, move the location from, let's say I'm at point A, and then when you first detect via the GPS location. It does detect point A, but then when you eventually press book, right, it will just go to the nearest point that the TT can stop at. I don't know if it's just me, because everyone else I asked, they are all full of praise for TT and saying that, you know, TT can just pick you up from anywhere, everywhere. But it doesn't seem like the case for me, so I don't know if it's just me. But we're very afraid that, you know, when we're in the middle of nowhere, then we need to go and start finding where the driver is. But especially, number one, my phone is dying, and number two, it's raining heavily, right? Fortunately, there was a flyover. I don't even know if you're meant to stop at a flyover, but that's the only place you could get shelter from. So we stood under the flyover, and then I booked Uber. Oh my god, why do I keep saying Uber? And I booked TT with my pathetic 1% left of battery. With that 1% of battery, I also texted the TT driver and said, okay, we are below the flyover, and my phone is dying. There's 3 of us. I don't know what they will do, because, you know, eventually, imagine if the driver cancels on me. I wouldn't even know if my phone died, right? So yeah, that's that. And then fortunately the driver came, and then I managed to also charge my phone on his car. It's just especially memorable. I mean, if you have a car breakdown on a normal day, it's fine, but this is like car breakdown in a heavy rain, and I didn't bring an umbrella. I even forgot to bring my cap. Like, I forgot to bring it to China. So fortunately today my outfit, I brought this hoodie, so because it has the hood, right, so I wouldn't be, oh my god, it's still wet. On a happier note, guess who bought another山下有松? I bought the Your bag, and the person said, please ensure you don't get it wet. And guess what? I didn't take the box. Last time I bought the smaller Luna, right, which was in a smaller box, but even the box didn't have space to fit in my luggage. So I decided, okay, because the person asked me, do I need a box? And I said no, but I should have said yes, because they only gave me in this dust bag, and then because it was raining, right, and the top is exposed, so I decided to flip it around, because I was scared that no water might enter this hole. So I flipped it around, but then now the entire base is wet, and guess what? The only thing the person told me at the shop is don't get it wet. Okay, hopefully this dust bag is a good enough protection, even though right now it still feels wet. I just hope the bag is a wet. I spent money on this. Yeah, but yeah, let's see. It feels cold. I hope it's not a sign of it being red. When I bought the Luna bag last year, the Your bag was already around, but I didn't think of getting it. I was actually looking at the Gather bag because it looked quite nice online, but when I went in store, it just looked like my work bag that I already have. And then I saw the Your bag. I remember watching the YY Selena vlog on Songmont bags, and she also showcased the Your bag, but at the point in time I just thought, okay, it looks quite functional with many pockets, but then I thought, you know, I don't think it's something that I would need. But then now, I've gotten it, the black one, because I got it in the 大号, which is the largest size. The 大号 only has 2 colors, which is black and brown. I know the other sizes had white and also jade or green, but I decided that I wanted the large size and also black. Yeah. It was really nice when I carried it in store. So this is my present to myself for surviving another year as a corporate slave. No lah, more like, I mean, after the year has ended, I decided to treat myself better. I might use it occasionally to carry my laptop out, but I won't use it for a prolonged period to carry your laptop lah, because I think that will spoil the bag fast. Sorry, I keep touching the base because this is the part where the dust bag got wet, so I'm just trying to make sure that it's not wet. This is the only thing the person... Oh, actually the person, the staff also texted me some ways to keep the bag clean, so maybe I should check that out. Okay, so yes, let me do an intro. So first, there is this outer compartment, which is pretty cool because there's this small compartment here that, you know, it's quite deep, so you can actually put your phone in, which I think, you know, it's quite a good UI UX. And then there's also this part where you can hang presumably Twinkle Twinkle, which I did not buy even though I went to Pop Mart today, but I might go to another Pop Mart in Guangzhou. You can even hang your keys and then just slot it in, so you know it doesn't, it's not just, your keys are not just dangling out, right? But it's easy to find because
you can easily locate this ring. Then the inner compartment, the main compartment rather, it's quite dark, so I don't know if y'all can see. Oh, actually, can I do this? In terms of the compartment, oh yeah, it's better now. Okay, so in terms of the compartment, there is this inner sleeve here where you can put things. So there's no zip, but it is an inner compartment. And then there is also this space that is supposedly big enough to put a 14-inch laptop. Oh, and then there's a side compartment which you just pull down and then you can pull it up. And you can put different things inside. Okay. And then same for the other side. Check it out. Yeah. Actually, there's a lot of compartments, and I wanted a travel bag, so I can use it as a travel bag that can fit my camera together with the tripod stand. So I thought this would be a good enough one. Okay, the only thing is, can it fit my jacket? I mean, I have a thinner one. That one I think I'm quite sure can fit, but for this hoodie, I need to check whether it can fit since I don't know if tomorrow's gonna rain, right? 小康， let me ask. 明天会下雨吗？ Let's see what it tells me. It says 深圳市明天没有雨. Okay, we shall see. Okay, 小康. Yeah, this hotel I think is not bad actually. I quite like the layout. It's big, spacious, and everything in the fridge is free. Even though I haven't tried it yet. They even have the eye mask, like the heated eye mask for your eyes to rest. So, yep, this is a great hotel. As I said, Futianchu is more of like their CBD area or their work area. So, I chose this location because it's in between, you know, the Dongshan Kou and the Nantou areas. But yeah, you just need to travel a bit. I mean, you can take Didi, or most places you need to take Didi to the tourist sites. So if you had just stayed at Nantou, then maybe everything is close distance to you. But whatever it is, I like my room. Yeah. Oh, but my parents who are staying 2 rooms down, they said that their room had a bit of smoke smell, so my room thankfully doesn't have. But I think it's also because when they do the room service, they always open my window. Yesterday when I first checked in, the window was open, then I closed it. Then today when I came in, they cleaned up the room, right, and then they also opened the window again. So maybe it's to air the room, I don't know. But now I don't smell any smoke smell, which is great. Okay, the deciding factor of whether I will bring this bag out tomorrow is whether I can fit this hoodie in. The hood is still wet. I need to go and dry with the hair dryer, but for now I'm just going to test whether it fits. Sometimes, okay, it can definitely fit inside the bag. It's just whether it becomes too fat or bulky, right? That I don't want to bring this. So let me try. Oh yeah, it fits. Okay. Let me show you the 松弛感. Okay, I need to adjust the back strap, but okay, it's really hard to see. Okay, it doesn't match this outfit. And I've decided to use this new bag. I need to remove this tag. Oh, I just took out my room card. That's why it's lights out. Ah, 经典 Jiangmen Street. Let's see. And one last time. 一路向北，我一路向北，离开有你。So that's this lyrics. 大芬油画村. It's very hot today, and I'm in my boots, which isn't the wisest idea. More sculptures.
I see you dancing with
first day here in Shenzhen. I mean, we're coming back to Shenzhen to fly out, but now we're heading towards Guangzhou. Look at my pimple. Yeah, it's now 5 a.m. I'm getting ready to go out because because it's my 高铁 is at 7:30 and we need to head to Shenzhen base station. According to the hotel staff, Shenzhen base station is like 1 hour from here, which is why I pre-booked the Didi for 5:30, so I have about 20 minutes. This Yaka keeps listening to me when I don't need him to or her to. But then when I need her to, she doesn't respond. Oh, but she was accurate about it not being messy. I only put sunblock. Too lazy to put makeup because it's so early. But then I don't know if I have time. I think because I'm going to Guangzhou and then changing from Guangzhou to Jiangmen. So, and in between these two trains it's about 50 minutes break, so I should have time to go and put some makeup. Right now I just put sunblock, which there's no sun, there's literally no sun. Oh my god. But just in case on the train and suddenly starts getting bright. Oh look, a familiar scene. It looks like the skyline when I came because it was so dark. But yeah, just in case, you know, at 7 or 8 the sun rises, and then, you know, yeah, so I just put some milk first. Time now is only 6 a.m. It's a lot of noise. Anyway, it only takes less than half an hour to reach the station. So the concierge, I think she was just being conservative lah by telling us 1 hour. Our train is like 7:30, so I have 1.5 hours to spare. It's a very familiar scene. It's like Shenzhen vlog, me eating bread.